throughout the morning. All right, now though, it is time for a deep dive on a topic that Dose.com has identified as a story worthy of examination. Ladies, listen up. This is a really interesting one. If you have a good-looking husband on your hands and you tend to obsess about your looks because of that, well, you're not alone. Researchers from Florida State found that women are more likely to crash diet if they think they are less attractive than their husband. They followed dozens of young couples. Many women said that they felt guilty after eating, or they were terrified about gaining weight. While, ironically, most men said their diets were not influenced based on their wives' appearances. Researchers say that these diet motivations and behaviors can be tied to eating disorders and other health issues.
So joining us now to dig further into the study is relationship expert Susan Winter. Good morning, Susan.
Good morning, everyone. How are you?
Oh, we're doing great. We hope you are too. Here's my question. In your years of working with couples, has that ever been an issue brought up? Hey, my husband looks better than I do, so now we have problems.
No, normally that's something that ladies are very happy about, but I have to admit that your partner's lifestyle does affect how you will live your lifestyle. So if they have a mate who's very healthy and athletic, they are more incentivized to go work out as well. So here's a tipping point. And when we see this research, we're all trying to figure out, is this good or bad? Well, eating disorders, that's unhealthy. We don't want it to go to that point. Healthy motivation to stay on point, that's not such a bad thing. This crash dieting thing, that's where it gets a little worrisome, that women would have that level of reaction to feel that they need to compete with other ladies, you know, when they're already married. That's where it gets worrisome.
So what advice do you give folks? Let's say someone's listening and their husband is always in the gym and is really fit, and they may not be so fit and may be intimidated about going to the gym. What advice can you give that person in terms of sort of having a better self-esteem if she doesn't feel like working out as much?
Yeah, well, he married you. I mean, he's into you already, right? So you've got that 110. But then we want to keep working in our partnership to be attractive to our mate and to feel good about ourselves. So allow your partner to incentivize and motivate you to become your best. But oftentimes these insecurities that we're talking about were inherent within the person, independent of their mate. They had that predisposition to be that way anyway, and they took it to the extreme. So if you allow your partner to incentivize you to be healthy, to take care of yourself, and by the way, remember, this does not affect the men. We can. Right. That's the best part. I mean, what's up with that? We're the only ones. I was going to
ask you that. Why don't the men feel the need to step it up when they have a super attractive mate?
Listen, we've had all the burden, okay? We have to be successful and attractive and on point, and we have to do everything. You know, you never ask the CEO, like, what's your waist measurement? And they just don't do that. So we have to understand that we've had an enormous burden, youth and beauty put upon us as the selling point to begin with. And we carry that forward. Even though we're ruling countries and companies, we still have this inherent thing about us that, you know, we have to be good and we have to look wonderful. And we need to balance all of our power. It's just us adjusting to who we can be in the world and making sure we've got that balance in order.
That's great advice. Susan Winter, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
She brought up a great point that it's about how we feel, right? And if I feel good with myself, that should come off to my mate.
Absolutely.
Right? So, all right, well, we asked you earlier in the morning to weigh in on this study. So, Gary